Sammy Sosa apologized to Cubs fans, boys.
Oh my gosh.
He apologized, kind of. I'm going to read some of this statement. Very weird statement to come out, but this ends the schism between Sammy Sosa and the Cubs. He's welcomed back now into the organization because he finally apologized and admitted something. He said, I left it all on the field for the Cubs and Cubs fans because I wanted to win and make the fans happy. I love to see the fans at Wrigley and the right field bleachers every home game. I understand why some players in my era don't always get the recognition that our stats deserve. There were times I did whatever I could to recover from injuries in an effort to keep my strength up to perform over 162 games. I never broke any laws, but in hindsight, I made mistakes and I do apologize. And then he goes on, blah, blah, blah. Can't come out and say, I took steroids. I apologize. I'm sorry. It was, I did what I had to recover. I didn't break any laws. In hindsight, I see why this is an issue. He went with the Kobe defense of like, I didn't think it was wrong and I'm sorry. And now I see that maybe it could be construed as wrong. My bad. This is the weakest thing I've ever seen. This is like Pete Rose level apology and admission of what was done in the past.
No, this is absurd. This is even more absurd than the Pete Rose thing, and here's why. Because the Cubs sat there for all this time on their moral high horse and were like, oh, he owes this organization an apology. He fooled us. He hoodwinked us. He had the wool pulled over our eyes. We can't believe that he would do something like this, all the while knowing exactly what the fuck he did. There's another one. What's that, 11, 12? 30 dozen? Oh, okay, cool.
11.
Sammy, on the other hand, sat there and refused to say anything. Went to the hearings and got a no hablo inglés and had a translator and all the nonsense. He's changed skin colors 42 times. He's kind of said these things and done the whole. Yeah, he's done the whole dance with the Cubs, and they've gone back and forth. And the Cubs are like, well, if he just apologized, and he's like, I'm not apologizing, I didn't do anything, and da. And so then he finally apologizes, and I'm pissed because, like, the Cubs are saying, oh, well, this is what we wanted, and he's back in our good graces, everything's cool. You waited this long for this half-ass apology? Like, this is what finally you were waiting for, you got over? This is the equivalent of saying, you cheat on somebody and you're like, all right, fine. I'm sorry for cheating you. But look, we just played just a tip. Like it was like just a tip. And so like, we didn't all the way like have sex. So like, I'm not saying I'm sorry for like cheating on you. I'm just sorry for doing some things that could be, misconstrued as like cheating on you. What? Why?
I'm sorry in there. There was no I'm sorry. He didn't say I'm sorry.
He just is like, I want to get back on the field and y'all loved me. So, like, I did it for y'all. This is your fault.
Yeah, this is a you problem. I did this for you. You made me do it.
But the funniest part is that's actually that's actually what he should be saying. It's like, I did this. I did steroids. I'm sorry. I did them because everybody loved them. Everybody cheered me. I made a bunch of money, and it seemed to be like what everybody needed. Like, hey, my bad. Like, that's what he should have done, and that's what the Cubs should have been like applauding instead of this. This is what the Cubs were hung up on. I can't believe that.
I would have so much respect if Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa put together like a combined apology video that just played on TV where they just went, listen, we took steroids, but we did it because you loved it. You loved that chase. We saved this sport by us taking steroids and chasing that record. You should be thanking us for taking steroids and making baseball somewhat watchable in 1998, like that.
And then at the very end of that promo or that whatever it is, they hit the end of it, and then it flashes one real quick frame back to the two of them, and then like, oh yeah, and they all knew, boom, and then that's it. Like, they all knew, they were all part of it. We can stop with the charade. It was whatever, right? Like, just I don't understand why this this much time has passed and we're still trying to do the tiptoe and the I'm sorry, not really sorry for the thing that I did, that I know that I did, but I'm not gonna say that I did.
Because why would I say you already know?
Right, yeah, like you already know it, dog. So you know,
like
I'm sorry for the thing that made you mad.
Why is he saying anything at all? Like, why is this the thing we need?
But that's what I'm saying. Like the Cubs insisted on this. But is this what they waited this long for? This half-ass non-apology apology? What? Like, how is this the thing that they were waiting on? This makes the Cubs look stupid as hell too.